Okay, here's the addition of dissimilar fractions. So we are to begin with examining the fraction. So since 4/5 plus 3/6 are dissimilar fractions, we need to convert them to similar fractions first. Always remember that when you add and subtract fractions, all you have to do is to add the numerators and just copy the denominator. So we cannot do that because the two fractions are dissimilar ones. So we are to begin with finding the least common denominator of these two fractions. So what are we going to do in order for us to find the LCD? So all you have to do is to think of a product of 5, which is also a product of 6. And there are lots of product of 5, which are also a product of 6. What are we going to find is the least product of 5, which is also a product of 6. And that is 30. If you cannot do the mental mathematics in finding the LCM, you may skip count by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Then skip count by 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So again, 30 is a product of 5 and at the same time a product of 6. So now, for you to convert these dissimilar fractions to similar ones, divide this LCD with the old denominator. 30 divided by 5 equals 6 times 4, that is equals to 24. Then 30 divided by 6, the answer is 5 times 3. 5 times 3, the answer is 15. Okay, now you have 24 plus 15. The answer is 39. Over, again, when you add fractions, you just have to add the numerators and just copy the denominator. That is 30. Now, looking at your answer, you got a numerator which is greater than your denominator. Therefore, this is an improper fraction. When you will be dealing with improper fraction as your sum or difference, you have to convert this into a mixed number. How? So just do like this. How many 30 can I get from 39? So pila ka 30 ang ako ang makuha gikan sa 39. So of course there is only 130. So 1 will be your whole number. And what will be left with 39 after you get 30 from it will be your numerator. So pilay na habilin sa 39 gikuha ag 30, that is 9. So your numerator is 9. Then copy the denominator. Okay, but before you finalize your answer, my dear students, you have to examine first your fraction. You have a numerator which is 9 and a denominator which is 30. Looking at this, you think or you examine whether naa pa ba'y ma-divide sa 39 nga pwedeng ma-divide sa 30. If there is, then you have to convert this to the lowest term. So when you convert fraction or mixed number to lowest term, ayaw kalimot o kopyaha ang whole number. Then go back to the fraction. Unsa may ma-divide sa 9 nga pwede sa 30, or find the GCF or the greatest common factor. Meaning, mangita kag factor sa 9 nga factor sad sa 30. So that is 3. So 9 divided by 3, you get 3. 9 divided by 3, then 30 divided by 3. That is 10. So your answer is 1 3/10. I have here another example. And this is a mixed number and a fraction. So what are we going to do when we add mixed number and a fraction? So examine first the fractions 1/2 and 3/4. So they are still dissimilar fractions. So we need to convert them to similar ones. So converting mixed number and a fraction to similar fraction. So you need to copy the whole number. Then think of a number which is a product of 2, which is also a product of 4. The least product of 2, which is also a product of 4. So the answer is 4. If you cannot think of a number, you may do the skip counting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. Then 4, 8, 8, 12, 16, 20. So looking at the numbers, the common multiple is 4. We also have 8, but we are going to use 4 because we are looking for the least common product. Therefore, you have 4 here. 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2. Times 1, the answer is 2. 4 divided by 4, the answer is 1 times 3 equals 3. So you may now add. Add whole number to whole number, then numerator to numerator. You only have one whole number, so you just copy 2. Then add 2 plus 3, 5. Copy the denominator, which is 4. Looking at your answer, you have 2 and 5/4. You got a greater numerator compared to your denominator, so you need to regroup. So how many 4 can we get from 5? The answer is only 1, right? So since you already have with you your whole number, the one that you get after you divide 5 divided by 4 will be added to 2. So you will have 2 plus 1 equals 3. Unsay mahabilin sa 5 nga gikuhaan nimo 4? You have 1. So 1 will be your numerator and copy the denominator. So you will have 3 and 1/4. So that is now your final answer. How about if we are subtracting fractions or mixed numbers like this, 5 and 1/6 minus 2 and 3/4. So when you will be subtracting fractions, so you have to examine first the denominators. So still they are different denominators, so we need to convert them to similar fractions. Copy the whole number again. Then prepare for the finding of LCD. So what is the product of 6, which is also a product of 4? The least product, or what is the LCM of 6 and 4? So to those who can think or do the finding the LCM mentally, the answer is 12. If you can't do it mentally, then there's no problem. All you have to do is just skip count by 6 and skip count by 4. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Then another is skip count by 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So there are a lot of common multiple in 6 and 4, but we are looking for the least. So the answer is 12. Therefore, 12 is our least common denominator. So for us to find the numerator, divide 12 divided by 6. The answer is 2 times 1. So 2. 12 divided by 4. The answer is 3 times 3 equals 9. So looking at your similar fractions, you have now 5 and 2 12s minus 2 and 9 12s. Therefore, again, do not forget to subtract whole number to whole number and numerator to numerator. So you will have 5 minus 2. The answer is 3. 2 minus 9. So can you get 9 from 2? We cannot. Therefore, we have to regroup. Since we have here a whole number 5, so you will have to borrow 1 from 5. 5 will become 4. And the 1 here will be combined with 2 12s. Okay? You borrow from 5. 5 becomes 4. Ang 1 nga imong gihuwam, ato ang i-combine sa 2 over 12s. Okay, so how? So times plus only. 12 times 1. 12 times 1 equals 12. Plus 2 equals 14. So you will now have 4 and 14 over 12. Minus 2 and 9 over 12. So you may now subtract. 4 minus 2, the answer is 2. 14 minus 9, the answer is 5. Then just copy the denominator, which is 12. So you will have 2 and 5 12s. What about subtracting mixed numbers? Okay, what are we going to do? Just like in addition, just copy first the whole numbers. Then prepare for the finding of LCD. So the denominators are 4 and 2. We cannot subtract immediately since they are dissimilar fractions. So what product of 4, which is also a product of 2? So if you can think of a number which is a product of 4 and at the same time a product of 2, skip count. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So for number 2, skip count by 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. So looking at your products of 4 and 2, the least common multiple or the least common product is 4. Therefore, you're going to use 4 as your least common denominator. So find the new numerator. Divide 4 divided by 4 equals 1 times 3. The answer is 3. 4 divided by 2. The answer is 2 times 1. The answer is 2. So subtract whole number to whole number, numerator to numerator. 3 minus 2, the answer is 1. 3 minus 2 for the numerators, the answer is 1 over 4. So there is no number that can be divided by, or there's a number but 1 and 1/4 is already the lowest term. Therefore, no need to reduce.